Hey, Mystic family, Mystic Unigon here, and welcome back to another Wednesday Wonderings. Now, to reiterate, this is basically my version of a Q&A. I have questions, I give you an answer, and I would like you guys to answer in the comments if you have one for it and would like to share a story or whatever. So depending on how long of a story these have, we'll see how many I end up doing. Whoops, and I had it upside down. Question number 1. Or whatever. Give me a favorite dog memory. Now, before I said favorite cat memory, but for those that have never had a cat, I allowed dog. So now this is favorite dog memory. If you have another favorite dog memory because you didn't have a cat and you answered before, then just give me another one or another animal. So for me, it would be my boyfriend's family's collie or Sheltie named Pongo. And they kind of let him just like run around the yard because he didn't run away or anything. He was very loyal, very sweet. And because I have a thing for collies, I always have. Like, I've always been a huge fan of Lassie and whatnot. I loved him, like, immediately. And whenever I'd go over there, as soon as I'd pull the car up the driveway to pick my boyfriend up, this is like when we first started dating, Pongo would wait till I stopped, and then he would come right around to my door so that I could pet him as soon as I opened the door. It was so cute. And he used to chase my boyfriend's sisters around the yard, and they called it the Scary Pongo game, and they had a lot of fun playing with him. He was an awesome dog. Question number 2. If I can get it open. Ooh. Okay, do you remember a store at a mall, whether the mall still exists or not, that you loved as a child, but no longer exists? Alright. Now, I grew up in southern Lancaster County, and every once in a while we'd go to the mall up in Lancaster City, Park City Mall. It's a pretty long drive to get there, but there was a store called Plush Place, and it was all plushies. And I think what I liked most about it, like, I have a thing for realistic looking plushies. Like, if I get a plush fox, I want it to look like a real fox, as close as you can possibly get in plush form. Kind of like, we'll just use him as an example. Like the Douglas plushies look real. They look very, very real. And they're awesome. And they're still soft and cuddly. They just had so many neat ones there. The only problem is they were pretty expensive. That's the only part that sucks. But I don't even remember if I ever did get any from there. I mostly just went there to look because we really couldn't afford too much from a place like that. We went to Amazing Ames because they were cheaper. And they were right down the road. Alright, question number 3. Okay. What are some of the coolest dreams that you had that you remember? Now, like, maybe you had one as a child that you still remember that was an awesome dream. Okay. Earliest, coolest dreams were probably when I could, when I dreamed that, I just started lifting off the ground and I could fly, which obviously those don't last. But after that, when I got sucked into X-Files, watching X-Files, I had a ton of awesome X-File dreams, but it was like me with Mulder and Scully, so like it was a trio instead of a duo on all these cases, and it was just like random fun things, and I remembered like every little piece, and like a freaking nerd that I am, I wrote them all down and the date, and I put them in my X-File notebook, because I had a notebook where I collected like the TV guides that had this stuff, the articles and the covers, as many of the comic books as I could get a hold of, and obviously read them all, because they were actually really awesome comic books. Like, I was not a huge comic book person, but when those came out, I was like on it. If I could get one, boom. And it's kind of funny because I actually had an X-File dream recently, and I haven't watched it in so long. I'm just like, where did that come from? I was like, well, I mean, it still counts. It's still one. I was just like, that was just random. But as far as most recent unique dreams, I did have a Star Wars one. And it was young Luke Skywalker teaching me to be a Jedi, which was freaking really cool. And it sucked because it was so short. And when I woke up, I was like, why couldn't that have been longer? It's like, it was awesome. And I'm like, if I have another Star Wars dream, I want a Chewbacca hugging dream, because I'll never get to do that now. But anyway, those were some of the coolest dreams I've had, so I'm curious to hear yours. And that will be it for today's Wednesday Wonderings. Hope you enjoyed this. I hope you look forward to the next one.